Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Marriage Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Morlai and Oputi. Thank you so much for joining me today on another edition of Marriage Clinic Live. So today we'll be talking about proven secrets to a lasting marriage, proven secret to lasting marriage. Before I proceed, I would like to say thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you to all our returning subscribers. For everyone always joining us, I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. We do celebrate you all. We say thank you for following us for all you do. So, this proven secret to a lasting marriage is based on research and also from life experiences of those who have been in marriage for over 30 years and 40 years. Now, this research was conducted among people who have been married for over 40 years, over 30 years, over 50 years. And these are the secrets they came up with that has helped them to achieve a lasting marriage and a happy marriage. And one of them, and every one of us do know this, one of them is communication. Now, one of them actually said it should be communication and comprehension. That is, while we are communicating, we need to be sure that the other party is comprehending what you are saying. So it's not just about only communication, it's also about comprehension. Are you listening in the actual sense? Are you hearing him or her out? Do you understand what they have said? Have you been able to process, what they have said, and do you assimilate what has been said? Now, this is very important in marriage because see, marriage, some people will say it's 80% communication and maybe 20% sex or things like that. Now, that communication is very important because these are two different people coming from two different backgrounds. You don't know each other before. So the only way you will understand what the other person wants, what the other person expects from you is when you both communicate with each other. So communication and comprehension is very important. Now, another vital point, both of you should be happy individuals, should be happy person as an individual before coming together. That means you have found yourself as an individual, he has found himself as an individual, and you both as an individual were happy people. It's not as if one person, was living his or her life as a sad person, unfulfilled person, and you are now looking for someone, to marry, to now depend on to make you happy. Your happiness is not dependent on the other person. Rather, you as an individual, you are fulfilled on your own. You are happy on your own, and you are now coming together in holy matrimony to unite with someone else who is equally happy. So both of you coming together now brings happiness, loads of happiness together. So it's not as if one person is a pest that is feeding on the other person or relying on the other person for his or her happiness. No, both of you are equally happy people and both of you are creating happiness in the marriage. See, it is very important that you, as much as you are expecting the other person to make you happy, that you are creating happiness in the marriage, and the other person too can say, oh, I'm happy in this relationship, I'm happy in this marriage. Now, happiness is one thing. The next point is fulfillment. Now, they all said that in the marriage, they are fulfilled. And what makes them fulfilled is the fact that each of them are free to live out their dreams, to live out their life ambitions, their life aspiration. The other person is not choking the other party or the other partner. They are not preventing them from actualizing their dreams, or they are not trying to stand on their way or in their way to actualizing their dreams and vision. Now, if you have a spouse that does not want you to be yourself, that does not want you to amount to anything, or they don't want you to achieve your goals in life, your life aspiration, I tell you, out of frustration, you will resent them. You will most likely resent them all the time. And an unhappy person cannot be happy or give happiness to someone else. So that is why we always say that, see, as much as possible, give the other person some free space or some breathing space for them to also become who they want to be. Let that your wife be who she wants to be. Let her fulfill her dreams. Let her follow her passion. Don't kill it. Don't truncate it. Don't say, oh, your place is in the kitchen. Don't say, oh, your responsibility is child bearing alone. No, she is also an individual. And as an individual, she has her innate desires. She has an innate goals. She has the things that she have always dreamed to become. So why not encourage her to become that thing? And you also, as the woman, you need to give the man space for him to also live his life to the fullest and become who he wants to be. Now, when we say leaving him to become who he wants to be, we are not talking about leaving him, to go on the street and become promiscuous, chasing women all over the place. No, that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about you allowing him to fulfill his dreams, to fulfill his maybe vision, his life calling, to do the things that he will really love to do that will bring him fulfillment. So that fulfillment is very important. I tell you, if you are with a spouse that is not motivating you, pushing you towards the achievement of your goal, I tell you, you will always be frustrated on a daily basis. You will be full of resentment, and before you know it, it won't just work. Another point they all came up with is forgiveness. See, forgiveness is very important. Now, some of us, when you make mistakes in life, you forgive yourself, right? You forgive yourself. Now, but when another person makes the same mistake, you find it difficult to forgive them. Now, if you were the one that made the same mistake that person made, you are quick to forgive yourself. After a while, you will tell yourself, well, life goes on. Let me just forgive myself. Let me heal. But when another person, make that same mistake or do that thing to you, you hold grudges, you hold on so much to it that you find it difficult to forgive that your spouse, and you hold on to it. You keep referring to it even after they've asked you for forgiveness. I tell you, your marriage is not going to work that way. You need to learn how to forgive, especially when you can see their intention. Try to weigh their intention. When your spouse does anything bad to you, ask yourself, okay, what was his motive? What was her motive? What was her intention? What made her to do that? Now, so long the intention is not to destroy the marriage, then you can find a place to forgive, the person. Don't forget, we are also ignorant people. I'm ignorant of you. You are ignorant of me. In as much as we were in courtship, we learned so much about each other. I tell you, knowing each other is very endless because we will keep learning to know each other, almost on a daily basis. And that is why, being teachable is also part of it. You have to be teachable. Whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are the husband or the wife, you have to be very, very teachable. Yes, because you will have to learn so much from that person. You will need to assume that you are ignorant of his or her ways, or yes, that you are ignorant of his or her ways, because you don't know everything, and I mean everything about them. Even though you know so much, you don't know everything. So assume ignorance. Try to know them. Try to unravel this person. Try to experience this person yourself. Don't assume that this is what they are up to, this is what they are doing. Oh, he doesn't care, he doesn't. No, don't assume. It's always good for you to ask questions. It's always good for you to, find out from them, have conversations, have communication, and make sure you comprehend what is being said. Now, about being teachable, it's very important for you to be teachable. See, that works for me a lot in my own marriage. For both of us, we learn a lot from each other. I mean, I have come to realize that, hey, this person, God gave him to me to help me achieve my goals, my vision in life, and I can see it the way, he pushes me, the way he says, hey, can't you see this? Look at it this way. Let's try and do things this way. Why not do it this way? And when I follow his instruction, I notice I get results. Now, the same with me. He has also learned to listen to what I say, because at times he may not be seeing what I'm seeing. And when I'm telling him, hey, I think this might be best for you, I think we should do it this way. And he has also learned over time to see that each time he listens to me, it works out for him. He benefits from the fact that he listens. So that shows that we are both teachable. We are not saying, oh, well, I'm a big girl. Oh, he's a big man. Well, you are too small to be telling me what to do. Oh, who are you to tell me what to do? No, that does not apply. You have to be teachable. In fact, you have to assume that you don't know anything. Be willing to learn, be willing to listen, and that will help you a lot. Now, that is part of the secret to a lasting marriage. Now, one of them also said the secret to a lasting marriage is consistent orgasm. Consistent orgasm. Now, we all know that sex and intimacy is not the same. Some people can have sex with you without being intimate with you. Now, but when you are intimate during a sexual activity, or when you are intimate during intercourse with your spouse, I tell you, with that intimacy, you both will usually achieve orgasm. Now, achieving consistent orgasm over time when both of you meet has also been said to be a proven secret to a lasting marriage. Yes, when you both achieve orgasm consistently over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of being married, 25 years, 30 years, each time you both meet, you both achieve orgasm. And even if you do, even if you both don't achieve orgasm, if one person achieves orgasm, when next you both meet, the other party should ensure that the one that did not achieve orgasm the last time you both meet is the priority to achieve orgasm. Yeah, it works that way. Now, when you both achieve orgasm consistently, I tell you, there will be less fights, there will be less quarrel. Sometimes when it's like, oh, he has done this to me, she has done this to me, I don't think I will forget. When you get into the bedroom and you both, begin to do the do, I tell you, at times you just forget about everything that happened. Forgiveness is easier, when the sex life is interesting, is adventurous, is not boring, and you know that, oh, this person is not just using me. I feel fulfilled, health wise, psychologically, mentally, spiritually. When they see that you are not using them, then they will want to give, their all, their best to you. The commitment, will always be there. It will become stronger. And that also takes me to the next point, which is actually commitment. Almost all of them talked about commitment. Both parties are committed to the relationship. Both parties are committed to the marriage. They are committed to everything that would build up the home. They are committed in every way. They are committed even with their resources. They deploy their resources, they deploy their energy, they do everything that makes the marriage work. And another secret is that both of them, they work as a team. They work as a team. They don't see themselves as competitors. No, they work as a team. You help me out, I help you out. There is really no chores that I can do for you, and there is really no chores that you can do for me. What is important to us is that we both are healthy, we both are happy. One person is not over labored, one person doesn't feel too burdened with chores. There are times that we have to eat out just to ease up the burden of cooking continuously. There are times that he might say, oh, you know what, you need to rest today, or you need to just go and have a me time, go take care of yourself, go do your hair, do your pedicure and manicure and all of that, while I stay at home today looking after the children, trying to fix things. There are times that your man also is not, is not probably fit to do the chores, and you will look at him like, oh, he's been at work all day, he's back now, I don't think I want to bother him with chores, let me just do it since I've been the one at home. Now we have to be reasonable and we have to be considerate. If you want to achieve a lasting marriage as a couple, that is very important. Learn to put yourself in the other person's shoes as much as you can. So work as teammates, share your resources, share your life together, be friends, be best of friends, communicate as much as possible, call each other as much as possible, be in touch with each other on a daily basis. When the other party goes out and probably you are indoors, please check on each other as much as you can, because it has its own place, in making a lasting relationship. Another thing is your ability to make the other person laugh, in the midst of their tiredness or in whatever it is they are going through. Yesterday we were talking about, oh, it's important for couples to have a sense of humor. Yeah, it's very important, because see, there are so many challenges out there can be tough, but when they come into the house, you want to be sure that you are really making your spouse, to laugh, that you are putting a smile on their face, that you are helping them to get some laughter. Because if all you do is to make demands and to make them feel like, oh, all they are doing is just to slave for you, there is no time for fun, there is no time for play, there is no time for laughter, there is no time to unwind, to ease off the stress, I tell you, it may not last. So we need to consider this as well. Have a sense of humor. It's not everything you fight about. It's not everything you throw tantrums about. It's not everything you shout about. And that takes us to the next point, which is watching the tone of your voice when talking to your spouse. Yes, that is another proven secret to a lasting relationship. Watching the tone of your voice when talking to your spouse. See, there are several tones we use when we communicate, including body languages. Now, when you are talking to your spouse and your tone is high, and all you are doing is screaming and shouting, I tell you what that person is hearing is that you are disrespectful, you are insulting him or her when you raise your voice at them. So you need to watch your tone, watch the tone of your voice when communicating with your spouse. You must not be perceived as being rude. You must not be perceived as being disrespectful to them. And that takes us to a point, which is respect. Hey, almost all of them said that. One of the secrets to a lasting marriage is for you to respect each other. You respect each other. Now, people do say that, well, you know, you just respect me just because I'm the head, or you just need to respect me but just because I'm your wife and the mother of your children. See, sometimes respect needs to be earned. Another question you need to ask yourself is, in this relationship, in this marriage, am I doing the things that are deserving of respect? As a wife, are you doing the things that will earn your husband respect? Because you may be saying, oh, but he should just respect me. Sometimes, please, you need to do the things that will make him to respect you. Now, are you dependable? Are you reliable? The same thing with the man. You don't just say, oh, because I'm the head, she just needs to respect me. Are you doing things that are deserving of respect? Are you making provision for your home as much as possible that it lies within your power and within your income? Are you making resources available? Are you playing your role as the head of the home? Are you also giving respect to your partner? Because at times, because it's happening in marriage, we may want to say, oh, respect should be given. No, look at marriage as a flower. Marriage is not different from life. We don't do marriage outside of life. We do marriage within life. Everything in life is about seed and harvest. Look at marriage as also a plant, a seed. That if you don't water it, it will not grow. Look at a flower. If you don't water it, if you don't do the things that will make the flower blossom, to make the flower come out in its full glow and its full shine, I tell you, that flower is going to die. It's going to dry up and die when you don't do the things that will make the flower flourish, the flower blossom. That is how marriage is. If you keep doing things that will make your spouse to disrespect you, then don't think that respect will come to you. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, try to earn the respect. Do the things that are worthy of emulation. Do the things that will bring about respect to you before your kids, before your kids, before your spouse. I mean, just try as much as possible to respect them. Respect your children, respect your spouse. Don't disrespect your spouse. Now, when you go out there taking decisions that will affect your spouse, and you go out there taking that decision alone, all alone, without involving your spouse, you are being disrespectful to them. Yeah, you should know that anything that affects them, you need to carry them along. You need to involve them in that decision making. You don't go and meet your own parent and be telling your parent to take the decision for you. No, because it involves your partner, and that your partner is an adult, is an equal adult like yourself. So you don't treat your partner like a child. So you need to also learn ways to respect your partner. You need to learn ways to respect them. When you respect them, I tell you, it will be very difficult for both of you to fall apart. So another proven secret to a lasting marriage is money, finances. Now, money is very important when it comes to achieving a lasting marriage. The reason is because love and sex will not pay the bills. It is money that will pay the bills. I mean, when you go to the market, it is not love that you will use to purchase your food stuff. It's not love you will use to pay the school fees. It's not love you will use to pay your tuition. Or it's not love or sex you will use, to pay your hospital bills, your medical bills, or your transportation bills, or to fuel your car, to put gas in your car. It's not love or sex that will do that for you. It's money. When you want to have a baby, it's not love that you will use to pay the medical expenses of that child, or to put them in creche or in daycare or in school. You need money. So money is an important factor. It's one of the things that make for a happy and a lasting home, when you have the resources and the means to do the things you want to do. So money, the place of money too, cannot be overemphasized. To stop here now. I hope I've said a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are here to do so, hit on the subscribe button. I trust God that very soon one of our guests will be featuring soon. So please keep following us. We are working on getting as many as possible before the year runs out. And I know that very soon one of them will be featuring. So please keep following us. Let us know what you think. And if you think there are other secrets out there that we left out, proven secret to a lasting marriage, please put in the comment section what they are. We would like to know, we would like to learn, because here at Marriage Clinic, we like to learn a lot. Hope to see you another time. Until then, I remain your host, Rolai Hano Putiana. Say bye bye.